Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today I will do the full guide for this season 1 to routine and we will go over every single fight on the green route from 1 until 25. I'll show you how to target them and how to approach them. We'll also give you some alternative for purple route if you are low HP around fight 15, 21, 22 and 25, and of course I will tell you how many Z tier are safe to bring for the last 10 fight. If you want me to look at your team, the deadline is gonna be tomorrow, like 4 hours after reset. I will do my team review and upload it on Monday. For the schedule, I already uploaded the teams video, which was 2 days ago. Today is the full guide. Team review is gonna be Monday, and my gameplay with my hybrid team is gonna be on Saturday next week. You have my team on the teams video, of course, with replacement and stuff. This season is a really easy one, but I would really advise to go full blast or a team that is blast base with at least 6 characters that can go full blast, because you have fight number 13 that really require you to do that, because you have a strike nullifier from VV, 3 strike cover basically, and you're gonna be basically handicapped with the strike team. So a full blast team would really be advisable for fight number 13, which is one of the hardest one. And you have also fight number 25, which is this one, will require a full blast team, because you have 1, 2, 3, 4 strike cover, a strike nullifier, and if you go full strike you're gonna struggle a lot with this fight in particular. But for fight number 25 you have an alternative with this one. You can use a blast team for it, it's not a big problem. I showed you how to target this fight last season on fight number 25 and 13, so you can check how to do that, but I will explain it to you later. Now let me put a section about equipment, friendship and stars. If you already know all the info, you can go to fight number 1 using the timestamps. So for the equipment, you're gonna need a C equip on everyone, which is this one that gives 5% HP, and the Clash equip on everyone, which gives 5% HP and double offense. They're gonna be the most important equipment, and you're gonna farm 8 and you're gonna give it to every single person. Remember, you can just buy a bunch of these and keep the one that are 5% or C, even a yellow one, it's gonna be fine, and you're gonna keep 8. And same in here, just have a good first slot. It can be an A, it's fine, it's not a big problem. After that, the third equip is gonna be depending on the type of character. For example, if you have a melee, you use this Kaioken equip. If you have a defense type, you use this Janemba equip. If you have a support type, you're gonna use this Vidal equip. And if you have a range type, you're gonna use this equipment. And we're gonna sum up everything here. And let's get to the friendship now. So I say do not change team from season to season, because it's gonna be helpful for your friendship. If you keep the same team all the time, your main 6 unit will get to friendship 10. Friendship 10 is the max boost you can get for stats, and it's gonna go up 5%. Basically your character will have more defensive stat, they will be faster, which means they will outspeed opponent more often, and they will do a little bit more damage, which is always helpful. And having high friendship means your character will survive better in the long run. For the main 6, I would advise friendship 10. For backup, try to at least have friendship 5, is gonna be helpful. As you can see here on the left hand side, you have this cooler. I had him friendship rank 1, and you see his stats. After when you take him to friendship rank 10, you can see that his key recovery went over 100. His HP is now over 2.5 million, which was around 2.4 million. And his defensive stat went up by a lot. How to friendship farm is pretty easy. You do your daily let's fight every day. It's gonna give you a lot of friendship. If you don't change team, you'll get them done within 1 month or 2. If you want a repeatable stage, you can do the story one. 618 is the highest rate, but it's super long. I wouldn't really advise it, just do let's fight. And sometimes you get the path to friendship event, which is not permanent. It's kinda similar to Let's Fight, but a little bit less because it's only one stage. Remember, when you friendship your team, have 18 friendship equip, because even the bench character will affect the character you take in battle. So you're gonna have 3 friendship equip on everyone, and that's 6 character, so it make it 18. And you don't need them all godly, just buy like 18 and put them there. It's gonna be pretty decent. Here is the full benefit for friendship. You can pause it if you want more info. Here is the star requirement. You can pause it if you want more details. But basically, you're gonna need a high star for your team because it's gonna be super important. Any Zenkais need to be Zenkite, so someone that's Zenkite, you cannot use him in a non-Zenkai state because they're not good enough. Any characters that is below 7 star, remove him. And the newer character, like after DBR 49, they can be 7 star, it's fine, but do not have more than 2 of them because you're gonna struggle if you have too many below 9 star. For anything else, you can pause it and go back if you want to. You can check the DBR code on the character art, as you can see here on my screen. If I click on this Piccolo, you're gonna see here he's a DBR event character, and any free-to-play need to be 14 star. This orange Piccolo is a DBR 60, so he can be 7 star and he will be okay. Just do not have more than 2 characters that are below 9 star, and I'm talking about your main team, not your bench. Of course, for the Z tiers, I talk about star requirement on my route video of the season. Final thing, in battles, I will tell you to change between full blast and full strike, and it's super simple to do. If I tell you to go full blast or your team is blast based, you can go full blast by just changing everyone to blast like that, and it's pretty simple. Let's say this Piccolo, we're gonna change him to blast, and if I tell you to go full strike, you can do that. I would really advise you to choose one or the other. Don't mix your team between a strike one and a blast one. Try to have coherent Z abilities. For example, try to have everyone as blast attack or strike attack. For example, this Piccolo here is gonna have a strike attack Z ability, so I'm gonna remove him and put this Piccolo, and I'm gonna put this one who has blast attack and this one who has blast attack. And as you can see here, my team is mostly blast based. You're gonna have one blast attack, we're gonna have a second blast attack here with the other Piccolo, and we're gonna have a third one with the Piccolo Jr. and the fourth one with this Kid Gohan. But if I mixed it, let's say I remove this one and I've put the orange Piccolo here instead of this purple, what I'm gonna happen is I'm gonna have one blast attack, second blast attack, and that's basically it. So I'm gonna have 75% instead, and for strike attack I'm gonna have around the same thing instead of 420, which is super bad. And another thing is, if you go full blast or full strike, you're gonna avoid a lot of covers, because in TOP there is enemies who cover change others and help them to rescue. So what you do is basically try to avoid that by going either full blast team or full strike team. So you need to be very coherent. Blast 1 are much better because there is less blast cover overall. Now let's get to fight number 1. We start with number 1. It's a pretty simple one. You just need to avoid some debuff from the Nabana, who debuffs the top row and the middle spot here. Basically he's gonna debuff your defense, as you can see on screen. But I would say put your tankiest character in one of these spots and all your other character in the rows here on the 5 spots that I've put mine, and your tankiest in one of the spots that are debuffed by defense. You don't need to worry too much about the boost tiles here. You can still hit one with your tanky character. I would advise to put some purple on the key recovery because you are attacking the green first. What we're gonna do in terms of targeting is pretty simple. We're gonna take this guy first because he's the tankiest and most annoying. Second is gonna come with this guy who debuff every turn too and has some support. Third is basically gonna be the Nabana. You're gonna stop him from debuffing your tanky character. And after that you're gonna take the Shugesh. Then you're gonna take either the Thouser or the Vegeta. One of them is gonna go 5th and the other one is gonna go 6th. Doesn't matter too much. For example, if you have a lot of purple unit, maybe take Vegeta so he doesn't attack too much type advantage. If you have a lot of green, take the Thouser, and the other is gonna go 6th. Now let's get to fight number 2, which is gonna be here on the right hand side. This one is kinda easy. There is just a couple of things you need to know. First of all, you're gonna have the Pycon here who debuffs your top row with damage, and he stuns someone random if you have a character that is both PO movie, basically a character that has the episode saga from the movies, and his powerful opponent, for example this Broly. It has to be both, not one or the other. And if you have him in your team, for example if I had him in my team, the Pycon is gonna stun someone, stop him from attacking turn 1, and he's gonna debuff my top row, which is gonna be damage. But we don't care too much about the Pycon debuff because you're gonna have the Gamma debuff, which is defense in the middle row when he attacks. He's pretty slow, you can take him first if you want to avoid the debuff, but just don't put anyone in the middle row and you will avoid them anyway. What you're gonna do is basically take the Piccolo first. He's the most annoying, does the most damage, and you take him first. Then you're gonna take the Gamma. The Gamma can debuff in the middle row, as I said. If you want to take Gamma before Piccolo, you can, but I would advise to do that if you have a full blast team, or if you have fast purple attacking, fast blue attacking. So you can take Gamma before Piccolo, and you'll avoid some Gamma debuff. After that, third is gonna be the Trunks. He's the most annoying after the two we took at the start. Then we're gonna take the Red Piccolo, who can crit a little bit. He's not really a threat, but he's doing more damage than the other two remaining. Then it's gonna be the Pycon, and last is gonna be the Vegeta. Vegeta is the tankiest, and he can heal himself when you attack him, so we try to Rising Rush him. Now let's get to fight number 3. In terms of debuff for the third fight, you're basically gonna have the bottom row debuffed by the Vegeta, the EX red one. He's gonna debuff some defense, so avoid putting anyone in the bottom row. Don't worry too much about the boost style if there is any. And what we're gonna do is basically gonna take the green Trunks first, because the Trunks is the most dangerous among the enemies, and second is gonna be the yellow. He does the most damage after the LL. Then we're gonna take this red Vegeta third, and after we're gonna take the two EX. It doesn't matter too much which EX you take before the other. I would say if you have a lot of purple, maybe take the yellow before the red. If you have a lot of yellow, take the red before the yellow, because you're gonna avoid some type advantage attacks. And then at the end we're gonna take the Goku. The Goku, when he dies, he gives our ally 20% damage, so we're gonna take him at the very end, and we're gonna go to fight number 4. In terms of debuff for this fight, you don't have any in turn 1 and 2, just in turn 3 from this Goku, but if you eliminate him before turn 3, you don't need to worry too much about it. However, first is gonna be the Span. The Span is the most dangerous, does the most damage. She can support allies, so she's gonna go first. Second is gonna be this Goku, the red one, which is gonna debuff turn 3, so we try to eliminate him before turn 3. After that, we're gonna take the EX Green Trunks. He's a little bit more recent than the other, and does more damage than the others. After that is gonna be the blue Super Saiyan 3 or the red Rildo. You can take the blue Super Saiyan 3 if you have a low damaging team, because he loses his buff turn 3, so take him. Or you can take Rildo to avoid his HP restore debuff. Basically, the character he attack, he will heal a little bit less the next turn. One of them is gonna go 4th, the other is gonna go 5th, and at the end it's gonna be the EX Rildo. Just be careful this fight. The green super, or the blue Super Saiyan 3, sorry, is gonna stun someone, so someone from your team is not attacking turn 1. It's not a big deal, but it's a little stun that is gonna be a little annoying. Now let's get to fight number 5. In terms of area debuff, this 5th fight doesn't have any, and you don't need to worry about the positioning, just hit the boost tile and your own buffs. What we're gonna do is basically take this red Casserole first. He can debuff on attack, so he can lower your defense when you attack someone for 1 turn, and he has a cover change that we don't know the area, so we take him first. Second is gonna be either Gohan or the blue 21. I would say if you have a slow blue character or fast blue character, take the Gohan, since they attack him end of turn 1 and start of turn 2. If you have slow green or fast green, you can take the 21, of course. Then fourth is gonna be either the Great Saiyaman or the green guy. I would say most of people take Great Saiyaman, but if you have a super high damaging team, maybe take the green guy than the Great Saiyaman, because Great Saiyaman, he loses his damage cut turn 3. If you eliminate too fast, you're gonna attack him turn 2. That's basically why I said take him 5th if you have a high damaging team, but most people take him 4th. Then at the end it's gonna be the Roshi, who doesn't do too much, and he has some damage cut, so he's gonna be tankier than the green guy. Now let's get to fight number 6, which is gonna be here above the healing tile. If you can go full blast for this team, I would advise it. If you cannot, that's fine. There is only one strike cover from this blue Trunks. For the targeting, we do the purple sweater Trunks first. He can cover rescue, so he can save someone from an attack, and he can attack twice, so take him at the start. Second is gonna be the stack Vegeta and Trunks. They do the most damage, they're the fastest, they're the most annoying from the enemy team. Third is gonna be the blue Trunks if you have a low damaging team. If you have a super high damaging team, I would take the Mai, because turn 3 she's gonna stun or end of turn 2, so if you can eliminate her before end of turn 2, take Mai. Otherwise, most people take the Trunks, then take the Mai. And after that, take the red Trunks and mine. And last is gonna be the Rage Trunks, who is the tankiest from the remaining. Now let's get to fight number 7, which is gonna be this one here, and it's the Tree Fist. For this fight, the targeting is gonna differ if you have a full blast team or a full strike / mixed team. If you have a full blast team, you take the Gogeta first, the purple Super Saiyan. He can debuff from the end of turn, so we try to eliminate him as soon as possible. Second is gonna be either the Gogeta Blue or the Broly. If you have slow red unit or fast red unit, you're gonna take Gogeta Blue. They will attack him end of turn 1 and the start of turn 2. If you have slow purple and fast purple, you're gonna take the Broly, and the other is gonna go third. Then fourth is gonna be the Vegeta, the transforming one. Then fifth is gonna be the purple Goku, and last is gonna be the EX Gogeta. If you have a strike team or a mixed team, basically not a full blast team, you're gonna take the Gogeta Super Saiyan Steel first. Then you're gonna take the Broly, Vegeta, Goku, EX Gogeta, and Gogeta Blue is gonna go last. The only difference for a strike or mixed team is Gogeta Blue is gonna be basically last to avoid the strike cover. Now let's get to number 8, which is gonna be the Tree Fist here, and it's gonna be a pretty simple one. What you're gonna do is basically take the Spirit Bomb Goku first. He's gonna stun and he's gonna be annoying. I would advise to go full blast if possible, because you have the tag 4 that might cover. They may not, but they might also. So if you can go full blast, I would advise it. If you cannot, that's fine. It's not the biggest problem. That Goku is gonna stun turn 2, so we try to eliminate him as fast as possible. Second is gonna be the tag 4, who does a lot of damage. Third is gonna be the EX Trunks. He's pretty recent, so he's gonna have some good damage inflicted. Fourth is gonna be the red Vegeta, because you're gonna leave that green Goku toward the end. That green Goku is gonna lose a lot of damage cut, so we keep him at the end. Then purple Pan, and last is gonna be the green Goku. We recap: go full blast if possible. If you cannot, that's fine, it's just one cover. But the blue Goku is gonna go first to avoid stun, then the tag force, then the EX green, red Vegeta, Pan, and we finish with the green Super Saiyan 4 Goku. Now let's get to fight number 9, which is gonna be the one above it, and it's gonna be the Ginyu Force one. I would advise to go full blast if possible, because there is one strike cover, but it's not the biggest problem, to be honest. If you can stay the art that is more beneficial to you, I would advise that instead, because one cover is not doing too much. For the targeting, you take the Disinverter first. They can tag switch when they attack type disadvantage. Basically, if you attack them before they attack, they're gonna stay red, so don't worry too much if you have fast blues. Second is gonna be either the Goku Ginyu or the Rokumen Guldo. If you have a high damaging team, maybe you can take Rokumen Guldo before turn 2. But I would really take the Goku Ginyu, because Rokumen Guldo are gonna go slower turn 2. So you can maybe eliminate Goku Ginyu before he attacks turn 1, so you avoid one attack. And the Rokumen Guldo are too fast turn 1, so they will attack you anyway. So Goku Ginyu second, Rokumen Guldo third. After that, it's gonna be the Berter. Then fifth is gonna be either the Ginyu or the green Guldo. If you have a lot of blue unit, I would take the Ginyu fifth, and the Guldo is gonna go 6, so you can Rising Rush him. If you have a lot of green unit, you take the Guldo, then the Ginyu at the end, so you can Rising Rush him and don't take too much type advantage or type disadvantage attacking him. Now let's get to fight number 10, which is gonna be the cooler one. If you have a full strike or a mixed art team, I would take the red cooler first. He is the most annoying and he does the most damage. But if you have a full blast team, I would advise to take the blue cooler before the red one, because this blue cooler can debuff end of turn HP restore, and he debuff everyone for 1 turn. So if we take him first, we're gonna avoid that, and we can eliminate him before he attack because he's super slow. And second is gonna be the red cooler, and I say that for full blast team because the red cooler has a strike cover and he might cover him, and you want to avoid that. Regardless, strike or mixed team, take red cooler then blue cooler, full blast team blue cooler then red cooler. Then it's gonna be the 2 EXs. I would advise the EX yellow third, because you can eliminate him before the end of turn 2, he's pretty slow. Then fourth is gonna be the blue one, but you can take the blue then the red if you wanted to. Then we're gonna take the free to play green guy, and at the end we're gonna take the green metal cooler. Now let's get to fight number 11, which is gonna be here, and we've done it before. just gonna be a recap to what I said in fight number 7. You can go back to that if you want more details. But you're gonna take the Gogeta first, the Super Saiyan purple one. If you have a full blast team, you can take the Gogeta blue or Broly second, and the other is gonna go third. If you have a strike team, you're gonna take the Broly, then the Vegeta, then the Goku, EX Gogeta and Gogeta blue. If you have a full blast team, you can take the Super Saiyan Gogeta, then either Broly or Gogeta, and the other is gonna go third. Then the Vegeta, Goku, and at the end we're gonna go with the EX Gogeta. You can go back to fight 7 if you want more details. Now let's get to fight number 12, which is gonna be this one, and we've done it before again. It's actually easier than number 6 because it's just a 3-fist. What you're gonna do is take the purple Trunks first because he can cover rescue and attack twice. If you can go full blast with your team, I would advise it to avoid the cover from Sword of Hope, but if you cannot, that's fine. Actually, you can just watch number 6 and see if he covers. If he doesn't, you can just stay with the art you want to. Second is gonna be the TV, the Trunks and Vegeta. They do the most damage and most annoying from this team. Third is actually gonna be Mai, because it's a 3-fist, you're gonna eliminate fast, so you avoid her stun turn 3. Then it's gonna be Sword of Hope Trunks, and after that it's gonna be Trunks and Mai, and at the end we're gonna do Rage Trunks. Now let's get to fight number 13, which is gonna be the mini boss and the first hard fight of this TOP season. I'm gonna really advise you to go full blast because there is the strike nullifier from this guy, and it's gonna debuff you when you activate it. You're also gonna do one less attack. There is a strike over one of them, second strike over, third strike over, so 4 of your attacks that are strike are gonna be nullified, and it's gonna be a big problem to full KO. You're gonna take more damage because you didn't care, and it's gonna be very annoying, so full blast is gonna be very advisable. What we're gonna do for targeting is take this guy first if you want to avoid his blast cover, and second it's gonna be fusing Super Vegito. If you do not care about strike cover, blast cover, sorry, you take fusion Super Vegito, then you're gonna take Ultra VB and then the blue VB. If you want to avoid that blast cover, you take blue VB, fusing Super Vegito, then the Ultra Vegito blue. But for me, I will just take fusing Super Vegito, Vegito blue, then the LL. I don't care too much. Fourth is gonna be the purple VB. Fifth is gonna be the purple Super Vegito, and last is gonna be the Ultra Super Vegito. Now the Ultra Super Vegito can nullify a blast, but that doesn't matter. We're gonna try to rise and rush him. Now let's get to fight number 14, which is gonna be here, the one above it. The same as number 5. What we're gonna do is take the Casserole first, then second is gonna be either 21 or Red Gohan. If you have slow green unit or fast green unit, take 21 second, since they will attack her end of turn 1 and start of turn 2. If you have slow blue unit or fast green unit, take the Gohan for the same reason, and the other is gonna go third. Fourth is gonna be actually the EX here, because you're gonna eliminate very fast in this fight, it's just the 3-fist. And fifth is gonna be the Great Saiyaman when they lose their damage called turn 3, and after that we're gonna finish with the Roshi. Now let's get to fight number 15, which is gonna be the one above it here. So here you're gonna have 2 choices. If you are low HP or your team is not holding up too well, or if you want to take 2 Z tier, you're gonna take basically this fight instead. It's the same as number 1, it's very easy. You can take 2 Z tier to that, it's not gonna be difficult at all. If you want a little bit more challenge, or if your team is super healthy, you can take this fight. I would advise only 1 Z because it's a pretty difficult one if you take 2 Z, but if you go basically safe or just 1 Z, it's gonna be fine. For targeting, what we're gonna do is taking the Tag Force first. They are not getting covered by the yellow Super Saiyan 4, do not worry too much. And after that we're gonna take the purple Super Saiyan 4 second, he's not getting covered by the yellow Super Saiyan 4 too. Then after that we're gonna take the yellow Super Saiyan 4 because he might cover the red Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, and the red Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta is gonna go 4th. 5th is gonna be the green full power Super Saiyan 4. He loses all his buff at the end of the fight, so we're gonna take him late. And last is gonna be the Gogeta 4, who is the tankiest among all the characters. So to recap, we're gonna take the attack 4 first, purple second, then the yellow, red, then green full power, and last is gonna be green Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta. Now let's go to fight number 16. If you took the easy one, you can still take this one, it's gonna be above it. So I would advise to bench your red units for this one. There is 4 blue enemies. You're gonna take too long attacking them and they will do more attacks. And of course the type advantage attack from enemies are gonna hurt a lot and you're gonna lose a lot of HP. In terms of Z tier, you can take 2 Z tier, it's gonna be fine unless one of them is red. I would really advise to bench it, or actually if 2 are red I would advise to bench both of them, because it's not worth taking a lot of damage from this fight for no reason, and you can save them for later fights that give you more bonuses. For targeting, we're gonna take the Broly first. I would advise to put someone green on the key recovery tile so you can eliminate him fast enough. And then second is gonna be the metal cooler, and for this metal cooler he's pretty tanky and he can debuff HP restore when he's alive, but this Broly can also debuff defense when he attacks, and he's super slow so we can eliminate him before he attacks and avoid all debuff. Second is gonna be metal cooler, who is pretty tanky, so we're gonna try to take him second. If you have a lot of greens, it's gonna be easy to eliminate both turn 1, if not it's gonna be a struggle. 3 to 5 is gonna be the ones in the bottom here, the 3 ones. Usually I take the 13 because he's very slow and I can eliminate him before I attack turn 2. But if you have like a lot of blue units and you want to avoid type the advantage attacks, I would advise to take the cooler before the 13. And usually I take 5th this Broly because he's a little bit tankier than the other. And 6th is gonna be the purple Broly because he has a bubble shield, he nullify an attack, and he's gonna take too long to eliminate. Now let's get to fight number 17, which is gonna be the cooler one that we did before. For this one, if you have like strong Z tier, you can bring both of them. It's not a difficult one. You can go to fight number 10 if you want more details about the targeting. But basically what you're gonna do is take the red cooler first and the blue one second if you have a full strike team or mixed art team. If you have a full blast team, you take the metal cooler first, then the red cooler second. Third is gonna be one of the EXs. Usually I take the EX yellow third and the other is gonna go fourth. But you can take the blue, then the yellow if your targeting order is gonna be helpful for that. Then after that is gonna be the free-to-play green final form cooler as 5th, and last is gonna be the green metal cooler. Next is gonna be number 18, and it's the 4th here. It's not a difficult one again, and you can take 2 Z tier if they are healthy. Only one character in the enemy team can do damage, and it's the Raisin. So if you eliminate them fast, they are not going to do any damage to you. And if only one Z tier is healthy, maybe take only the healthy one and keep the other one for the later fights that give more points. Targeting wise, as I said, Raisin does the most damage. He can attack switch to blue if you attack type disadvantage, and he can support a little bit, so we take him first and try to avoid all of that. But you also can take first Bujin if you wanted to, because he debuff HP restore to everyone turn 2, and basically you're gonna heal less from turn 2, and it also stuns someone randomly, so it depends on what you want. If you want to avoid the HP restore debuff, you can take Bujin first and Raisin second. If you want to avoid the blast cover and all the damage that Raisin does, you can take him first and the Bujin can go second. Now for this team, it's not gonna do a lot of damage, so HP restore is not gonna be that important. You don't need to heal much. If you take out the Raisin, it's not gonna be difficult at all. But one of them is gonna go first, the other is gonna go second. It just depends on what you want. Then after that, you're gonna take one of the red EXs. The red raspberry can crit, he can support, and the red Saiba can attack twice. So it depends again on what you want. If you don't want to risk 2 attacks, you take red Saiba for third, not fourth, and the raspberry 4th. If you want to avoid support and crits, you can take the red raspberry 3rd and the Saiba can go 4th. Then after that you have Thouser and Zarbon 5 and 6. Doesn't matter too much, they do basically nothing. Maybe take Zarbon before Thouser because he's faster, and that's basically all. Now let's get to fight number 19, which is gonna be the girl one here, and it's not difficult again. What's gonna happen here is there is a lot of debuff from the enemy, and it's gonna be damage debuff, ki debuff, HP restore, defense, everything. So your team is gonna do less damage, heal less, and basically take more damage. So I wouldn't advise too many Z tier, maybe only one healthy one is gonna be enough. Your good high star character are not gonna take a lot of damage, because still they do not do too much. What we're gonna do for targeting is we're gonna take this blue Bulma first. She can debuff 10% defense when she attacks, and she debuffs everyone 10% for 2 turns. so eliminate her and stop her from doing that. Second is gonna be the red 18. She can debuff every turn she's alive by 5% defense, that's plus defense, so we try to stop that. She can stack that up to 20%, so we can try to eliminate her before turn 2 or even turn 3. Then third is gonna be the Kefla. Kefla turn 3 is gonna debuff damage and HP restore, so we try to take her out before turn 3. If your team is low damaging, you can take Kefla then the 18, so you can guarantee Kefla is not gonna debuff, and 18 you just take one more defense debuff, it's okay. Then fourth is gonna be the red 21. She does a lot of damage, so she's gonna go fourth. Fifth is gonna be either the yellow 18 or the blue 21, doesn't matter too much. If your team is low damaging, I'll take blue 21 and Rising Rush 18. If your team does a lot of damage, I'll take 18 then blue 21. Let's recap. We're gonna take maybe one Z only that is healthy. We're gonna take Bulma first. Second is gonna be either red 18 or Kefla. If your team does a lot of damage, you're gonna take 18 then Kefla. If your team doesn't do a lot of damage, you're gonna take Kefla then 18, because you're gonna try to guarantee that Kefla is not alive turn 3. Then fourth is gonna be red 21 that does a lot of damage, then yellow 18, and after that you're gonna be blue 21. If your team doesn't do a lot of damage, you're gonna do blue 21, then yellow 18 at the end and try to Rising Rush her. Now let's get to fight number 20, which is gonna be the one above it here, and it's the Super Saiyan 3 one, and it's very easy. For this fight, what you're gonna do is basically you can take 2 Z tier. It's not too difficult to tackle this fight unless one of them is not healthy. Maybe take only one. You're gonna have this blue Super Saiyan 3 who is gonna debuff, so not debuff, it's gonna stun, so one of your character is not gonna attack turn 1, but that's okay, it's not a big problem. The purple Super Saiyan 3 is gonna go first. He does the most damage and he can debuff everyone, so we're gonna go first with him. Second is gonna be basically the blue Super Saiyan 3. He does the most damage from the remaining 5. Even if he loses buff turn 3, doesn't matter, so we take him second, or turn 4 actually, he loses buff. Then third is gonna be either red Super Saiyan 3 or Charlotte. I would actually take red Super Saiyan 3 then Charlotte. Charlotte doesn't do too much. Fifth is gonna be the EX Super Saiyan 3. When he dies, he gives all ally damage, so we take him late. And last is gonna be yellow Gotenks, who is the tankiest, so we try to Rising Rush him. Let's recap. You can take 2Z if they're healthy, 1 if only one is healthy, and we take Super Saiyan 3 first. Second is gonna be purple Super Saiyan 3, of course, first. Second is gonna be blue Super Saiyan 3. Third is gonna be red Super Saiyan 3, then Charlotte, then the EX green, and last is gonna be the yellow Super Saiyan 3. Now let's get to fight number 21. I switched screen just to show you that there is 2 options. You're gonna have the 3 fist here. If you are low HP or your team is struggling a little bit with HP, or your ZTR are low HP, I would really advise to take this fight. It's gonna be very easy. You can take 2 ZTR to it and you're gonna be fine. You're gonna even heal a little bit from this one. If you are high HP, having a very good run and want to the extra point, or ZTR or high HP, you can take this fight. I will explain to you both on how to target. Let's start with the 17 one. What you're gonna do is go either full blast or full strike. It's gonna be super important. There is 2 strike cover and there is 2 blast nullifier. So if you mix it, you're gonna take too long to eliminate. I would advise to take the Super 17, the red one, before the yellow Super Saiyan 4, to be honest. Doesn't matter if you cover a skill. Super 17 does too much and you try to eliminate him. Second is gonna be purple 17. He can debuff every turn and he can support, so we're gonna take him second. Third is gonna be red Goku. Fourth is gonna be the yellow Super Saiyan 4. Then fifth is gonna be the yellow Super 17. And at the end we're gonna take the green Super 17 who nullify a blast, so we try to Rising Rush him. Now if you are worried about the cover rescue, you can take the yellow Super Saiyan 4, then the red Super 17, and purple 17, sorry. Fourth Goku, fifth yellow Super 17, and last is gonna be the green Super 17. But to be honest, I much prefer taking the Super 17 first, and the first order that I showed you. Just be careful, go full strike or full blast. It's gonna be super important to avoid some attacks. Now for the other fight, or the other fight number 21, it's gonna be a little bit different, and it's gonna be much easier. You can take 2 Z tier to this one. The other fight I would advise only 1 Z tier. For this fight there is gonna be debuffs from the green 18, and it's gonna be the middle row. She's gonna debuff defense, so don't put anyone here in the middle row, just to avoid that. And for the fight guide itself, what you're gonna do is pretty simple. It's just a 3-fister, so you can take the Z tier, and we're gonna target the green 18 first because of the debuff. Second is gonna be the one of the EXs. It depends on what you have. If you have slow red unit, you're gonna take the yellow Gero second. If you have slow blue unit, you're gonna take the red Antro with 19 second, and the other is gonna go third. Fourth is gonna be basically the yellow 18, and fifth is gonna be the EX 17. Last is gonna be the purple 17. Now let's get to fight number 22. If you took the purple route or the 3-fist, you're gonna take this fight, which is gonna be the same as fight number 16, and you can go back using the timestamp for that. If you are going in the green route, you're gonna take this one, and it's not difficult at all. I would advise to take 2 Z tier to this fight. Very easy one, you're gonna get a lot of points. It's fight number 22 toward the end. The win streak is super high. If you can go full blast, I would advise it to avoid the cover from hit, but if you can't, it's not a big problem, it's just one cover. And regardless, it's gonna be Super Saiyan Blue Goku first. He can super turn 2, so he can do a blue card turn 2, and we try to eliminate him before that. Second is gonna be hit gain 50% damage turn 2, so try to eliminate him before he attacks turn 2. He has 2500 ki. He's not the slowest, neither the fastest, so it's possible to do that. Third is gonna be Dispo. Dispo himself, he does the most damage among the character remaining, but he's super fast, so he's probably gonna attack you before you attack him turn 2. So maybe you can take Tau then Dispo, but if you have a fast team, maybe take Dispo's third. Then after that, it's gonna be the dog, and then it's gonna be Tau, and last is gonna be the Berter, who does basically nothing. Now let's get to fight number 23. If both Z tier are healthy, I would advise to take them both. It's just a 3-fist, it's not going to do that much damage, but if only one is healthy, I will just take the healthy one, because you still have 2 fights later on that give you more points. And what we're gonna do is the same as fight number 7, you can go back for more details, but the blue Goku is gonna go first. He can stun turn 2, so we can try to eliminate him before he does that. Second is gonna be the Tag Force. They do a lot of damage and they can tag switch, so they are annoying. If you can go full blast, I would really advise it for this fight, so you can avoid the cover on the Goku. If he actually covered them, I'm not sure, but if you cannot just risk cover, it's not a big problem. Third is gonna be the EX Trunks. He's a more recent character, he has high damage inflicted compared to the others. Then after is gonna be Vegeta. Then fifth is gonna be the Pan. And last is gonna be this Goku, who loses his damage card toward the end of the fight, so we try to eliminate him at the end. Now let's get to fight number 24, which is this one before the end. I would advise to take 2 Z tier for this one. It's a very easy one, and even if one of them die, it's gonna be fine because you're gonna get a lot of points. It's much easier than number 25, unless the 2 of them are really low HP, maybe bring only one, but if only one is low HP, you can bring both. For the targeting, it's gonna be different if you have a full blast or full strike team. If you have a strike team or mixed team, you're gonna take Cooler first, then either red Frieza or yellow Frieza second, and the other is gonna go third. Then after that, you're gonna take the green Frieza, then Frost, and then it's gonna be the blue Frieza. If you have a full blast team, you're actually gonna take Frost first, then Cooler second. You're gonna try to avoid his stun turn 2. Then after that, you're gonna go with the Frieza, then the red Frieza or the yellow Frieza fourth, and the other is gonna go third, of course. And after that, you're gonna go with the green Frieza, and last is gonna be the revival Frieza still, because he revives and takes too much to eliminate, so we try to Rising Rush his second life, of course. Now let's get to fight number 25, and it's gonna be different on the type of team you have and your HP. If you have a full strike team, I would advise this fight. It's gonna be the same as number 13 and 25 from season 112. It's gonna be linked in the description. Use the timestamp and go to that fight. This Shin is still not covering anyone, so don't worry if you go full strike, it's not gonna be too difficult. If you want an easier team with a full blast team, you're gonna do this one. You can use the timestamp for this video to go back to that, and it's gonna be fight number 13. It's not super difficult. If you have like one low HP Z tier and that's what you have, or your team is struggling, you're gonna take this fight instead. And if you are high HP and you're doing pretty good, you're gonna take this fight number 25, and it's the same one that I'm gonna take. you must go full blast for this one. That's why I asked you to take the other one if you have a strike team, because you're gonna have a lot of strike cover from this Gohan, the purple one, the beast hair cover blast and strike, but we take him first, so it doesn't matter. Then you're gonna have the Bula, you're gonna have the red Gohan, you're gonna have the Ultra Gohan who nullifies strike and cover, so it's way too much for a strike team to take. I would advise to go full blast. In terms of targeting, you're gonna take this beast because he can cover blast, so we take him first. Second, it's gonna be the red beast. Before he transforms turn 3, you're gonna try to eliminate him. After that, it's gonna be the future Gohan, who does a lot in his kit, and try to take him as soon as possible after the 2 LLs. Then we're gonna take the Bula, who can crit and support. Then it's gonna be the Pan, who can support. And last is gonna be the Ultra Gohan, who can nullify strike, and he takes longer to eliminate, so we're gonna try to take him after that. And when this Gohan strike null, he's gonna super, so that's why you're gonna need to go full blast, of course. That's basically it for this season. I hope you enjoyed. Have a good one, and goodbye.